Welcome to Manhattan, Kansas, the Little Apple, where they have taken a large bite out of college football. The man for whom the stadium is named, Bill Snyder, built this program from the losingest in the history of college football to a formidable foe and home of the Kansas State Wildcats. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Kansas State Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic that they get him on the ground at the 20. The Cornhuskers offense will take the first swing of the game. And there he is. When you build a tight end, you build one just like this, especially with those reliable mitts, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, he makes big plays in big games. Watch for him on third down in the red zone. He has a chance to leave an impact.
Intercepted. Bringing it back. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Wildcats!
You always want to come out and set the tone as a defense. Get a stop, make a punt. How about this? Get the INT and take it back to the house. Way to set the tone for this defense early.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. First down here for the offense. To the air, it's Raiola. He's got his man. And that's why you do explosive work in the weight room. Arm day's a good thing as he gets to the 23. Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Running back searching for a hole. Into a mass of giant bodies, we'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. Boy, could they use a conversion on third and short from their own 24. From the gun, wants to pass. And that one's too high, out of bounds, incomplete.
Yeah, and in third and short, it's a great place to be for an offense. You've got the whole playbook available, and they choose to pass, and the defense did a really good job playing the pass. And fourth down now, it's decision time for you.
Breaks a tackle. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. So the Kansas State Wildcats offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. One way to mitigate the explosive capabilities he has on the outside is be physical with him, and this dude will do that.
He will do that, and you don't see a lot of offenses take the top off this D because of this guy roaming around in the middle of the field. He is a true center fielder, so this receiver's going to have to make plays.
But this does such a great job of getting guys on the ground. A lot of people are in position, but he makes plays. So him versus a dynamic wide receiver on the outside would be a great matchup.
He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. That's caught. It's Davis. They stop him almost immediately. relatively short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. A 3rd and long coming up here. Looking to throw it again. Unloads to the wideout. And they can't make the play on 3rd down. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. And this one is anything but routine. A 48-yard attempt from the right hash. That is no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some...
Looking for a deep man. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB. Now 2nd and 10. Leaves it with the running back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Illegal flag in the back. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Raiola. Throws to the wideout. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. A new set of downs after the completion. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Going for it all. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Huskers will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers.
Just keeps moving. He's out of bounds after a big pickup, but there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Caught behind the line. It's Davis.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
Now on 2nd and short. Now on the counter. Running with power. And the Wildcats have a 1st down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the 1st down.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it. Offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. They'll run play action. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a 1st down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Quick release by the QB. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Well, this defense now is just getting gashed, and if you're the defensive coordinator, you might now want to think about being aggressive, changing up your play calls, and maybe breaking your own tendencies, because you have got to stop this offense just marching down the field.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on 2nd down. Finds his tight end. Carrying the ball with an edge and hammering his way to the 40.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage.
Going for it all. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
The Wildcats will try to convert on 4th down. And it's incomplete, a missed opportunity for the offense.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on 4th down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on 4th down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense, you take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
They're trying to get to him. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Back to pass, it's Raiola. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Got it set up on the outside, and he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why?
Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The Wildcats getting set on 1st and 10. Give to the running back. Makes one man miss. And he picks up enough for the first down. We'll see if they get another snap here in the first quarter. Guys, it's Kansas State who carries the lead into the quarter break. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Right back to the well. And the tackle is made, but there has been a flag thrown. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. And the Wildcats look to keep this drive humming. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires to the tight end.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just freezed the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
And he is brought down, but what a move he put on that first defender. They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. The give out of the gun. Shakes off a tackler. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke. Not much room to run.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Coming to the line, looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 29. Trying to get to it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Yeah, those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
They'll test the right side. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. To throw, it's Raiola. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Well, that is one the tight end is going to want to have back. He was wide open on that play. That's one he's got to make. He's got to be able to make that catch.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to...
Fires and picked off. Looking for more room. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskers! This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender. Seeing that ball in the end zone, your eyes get big as saucers. Go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. On the move, it's Jackson. On the move is the 30. He smashes his way through again. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. That's a way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Complete downfield. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. This Kansas State offense is moving quickly down the field. They'll leave it with him. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Carrying the ball with an edge and hammering his way to the 40.
I think you run that play on 2nd down knowing it's going to make 3rd down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know 3rd down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. Kansas State back at it after picking up the 1st down. They'll give it to him again. Nifty little dance step. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for room, it's Edwards. Fighting off the defender. Sweet feet on the move. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold it.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. A 1st down for the offense. Quick completion to the right. Obliterates him, still on the move. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. K-State trying to cannonball their way to a score from the red zone. They'll try the run. There to stop him after a pickup of 3. It's down to the 15. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the 1st half.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Fires to the wideout. Touchdown, Kansas State! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
On the move from inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more... He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air, it's Raiola. Pressure coming. And the ball comes out. They get him for a safety. He tried with everything to scoop it up and get it out of the end zone, but they were there to stop him. They'll boot it away from their own 20 after taking the safety.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense set for a 1st down play. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
Quarterbacks need time when they're in the pocket to complete throws. That QB had no shot after taking that hit.
After the incompletion, let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd and 10 from the 33. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, going up top. He makes the catch. All kinds of running room. Touchdown, Wildcats! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. UConn is getting dominated today, and you know, the folks in stores deserve better than this. No excuse ever for this kind of a clunker. They're trailing by 14 to Syracuse. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. Scanning the field, it's Raiola getting some heat. Defense was swarming around this quarterback, and he never had a chance to get it off, and down he goes, and we will head to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great scene there today in Manhattan. And it'd be easy to say these 2 offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far. And you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in the Little Apple.
The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
Man, that's what I love about this offense, man. They run the football and get first downs. They throw the football and get first downs. So much balance. That's why they're the #2 offense in all of college football getting first.
And he breaks into the open. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. The offense lining up for a first down play. The give to the back. Oh, he gave him a dead leg.
Listen, I would feed this guy. Listen, I can run RPOs all I want, but I just need to know if it's a tie, give it to this guy. He'll make plays. He's got speed. He'll hit the hole. He's a physical runner, so I keep feeding this guy for sure.
Smashes through. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, he was trying to do it all by himself. At the end of the day, it's a tackle for loss.
I mean, the number of tackles he broke, at some point, somebody's got to get blocked to help the guy out a little bit.
Man, the defense was like a bunch of zombies on that last play. They just would not stop chasing that ball carrier.
Fires one high and deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. On the return, it's Lloyd. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Looking to pass. It's Raiola. He's got his man. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
This quarterback right now is in a groove. He's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Right through his hands and incomplete, and he'll want that one back. It'll be 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the sticks. It's Coleman. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Feeling some heat. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues.
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43. They'll run this play from the pistol. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He uncorks one deep. Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And man, could they have used that? It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
It's really frustrating when you get a guy in his spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job. And he can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground. You know, especially a guy that's not a huge back. You got to make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense when now they got a manageable situation.
Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. Kansas State has it with another 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on 1st down.
Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
And the punter pulling out his pitching wedge on that. Look at the spin on this ball. It just died as soon as it hit the ground. Beautiful job.
RPO complete to open the drive. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. On 2nd down, will they go back to the ground game? Looking for a man. It's Raiola. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. And this offense just can't afford not to get the 1st down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. They get him on the ground, but it's a 1st down.
And most importantly, they got the first. They've been getting pushed around up front this game and haven't created a lot of lanes to run the football, but you needed it. You needed that 1st down. You needed to get the sticks moving. You need to run some clock, so good job by the offense finding a little bit of space to get the 1st down.
Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. After the misfire now on 2nd down. He'll try to pop the draw. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something we do good, build maybe a little bit of momentum, so next week we play a little bit better football.
And the Huskers line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Bringing it back, it's Lockett. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's fun.
Open runway ahead. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game. Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a first down. He's going to pass. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
They go to the draw. Shakes off the defender. He now has 85 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. They'll ride the hot hand. Jukes his way for more. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. They're bringing heat. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt.
Number 95 on the field goal.
Splits the uprights, it's good. And now the lead is even bigger. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. So they'll try to salvage this drive on 2nd and long from the 12. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. They're setting up the screen. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd down. Guys, it's Kansas State who carries the lead into the quarter break. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. He's looking deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly, so you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score more points. They got to do better, right, Palmer? That's expert analysis. They got to do better.
Quick strike complete. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Hold it. Offense.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Line gets set, 1st down. Using his legs, it's Edwards. Powers through the defender. Can anyone catch him? He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
What a big-time run for this offense. A physical run, getting down, almost scoring the touchdown.
Yeah, and considering how well they're running it right now, why wouldn't you just hand it off to this guy right here again?
Looking to throw. Got his man quickly. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Off the play fake. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Well, they take a sack right down by the goal line, guys, and I think the route concept really didn't help the quarterback out there. Normally, you're thinking this is going to be a quick hitter, get the ball out of his hands fast, but that was a very slow developing route concept, and I think that's the biggest reason he got sacked.
Quick step and go. Touchdown, Kansas State. And the beatdown has ensued. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Raiola. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long. That's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the 2nd half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
They're getting this guy lathered up. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
They'll go to the counter play. Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Offense facing 4th down.
The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward.
Man, when I was at Florida, Steve Spurrier would wait for this opportunity in a game 4th and inches, and he'd signal in red Snoopy. Quarterback sneak. It works every time.
Kansas State really has this drive rolling. Off the play fake on 1st down. Fires toward the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Fires it. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And that lead grows even bigger. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
And the incompletion brings up a second down. To the air, it's Raiola. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And that's a first down for the offense.
They'll throw it on first down. Gets it out fast. Oh, he dropped it! He picks it up, still on his feet.
And what a great job by the defense, securing the wide receiver, getting the football out, getting it on the deck, and dadgummit if it didn't bounce right back to the offense.
Almost had the completion, just missed it.
It's really hard to win football games when you're one-dimensional offensively, and that's the case. They just have not been able to get anything going, throwing it deep down the field. They haven't won their one-on-one matchups. Quarterback has missed.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game.
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Offenses ice football games in the fourth quarter by running the football, and that's what these guys are trying to do right now, right? We're going to bleed the clock. We're going to stay on the field. It doesn't matter if the defense knows we're running it. They cannot stop us, and they're looking pretty impressive right now doing it.
Now the play fake. Snagged in the middle. It's Jackson. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
Keeps the legs moving. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Hold it, open.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. It'll just make it more satisfying if they can move the chains after starting 1st and 20. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Bulls his way forward. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Now on second down. The give to the tailback. Discards a man. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22. Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? And here comes the field goal unit. And it's right down the boulevard. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. He'll bring it out. It's Floyd. He's brought down to the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Let's see if they can get out of their own way on 2nd and long from the 8. Back to throw, it's Raiola. Right through his hands, you just have to make that catch, and it'll be 3rd down. I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. And the sudden change magnified for this defense as it's 1st and goal. The give. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Coming out with it, it's Floyd. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to fit. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And they almost had another one. Rare is the occasion when you're happy to see 4th down, but it's better than throwing another pick. The Cornhuskers will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll bring it back. It's Lockett. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
He just slips and slides his way down to the 42. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8.
Timeout, Kansas State.
They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. Power football with the run. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold it, offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Here's the handoff. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan meat face, ball game over.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.